what's been going on since we got back from the ship? Oh, just a little thing called, the election. Of America and the free world. Just that. I mean, we knew it would happen. We knew that we were going to come back on the 4th.
Yes.
And that people were going to have a plan in action if they did not early vote, that they needed to get out, all their accoutrement.
Yes.
Your voter ID, maybe. Your pamphlets. And you were going to need to get a good night's sleep because you were going to go to the polls and you were going to vote the next day.
Yes, and probably stay up all night watching.
All night long. Do you hear my voice? I literally don't have a voice. My throat, I woke up and was like, that hurts to swallow. Maybe I needed sleep more than I needed to see the results coming in, but here we are.
I saw a funny tweet or something came through that said... So, Florida counts so fast.
Well, they don't have to wait till the day of to start counting.
Yeah.
They can start counting as they come in, whereas other states like Pennsylvania, their laws are that you cannot start counting until 7 a.m. when the polls open.
Yes.
Day
So at like 9:30, somebody tweets, Florida just counted their votes again for the fun of it.
Yeah, I bet that they did. DeSantis is down there like, hey guys, just do it again.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's just make sure that we're super duper 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 accurate.
I love it.
But
hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. It feels weird to just not talk about the fact that Donald Trump is the 47th president.
Yeah.
I figured we might as well just say it.
Yeah, let's say it because it is what it is and it is true.
Yep. And it happened.
And it's not our opinion about it. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
And as I said on our live recording episode that I said, we're going to keep this lighthearted and fun because when that came out on election day, I said half of y'all are going to be happy and half of you are going to be sad.
And here we are.
And
half are. It is exactly that.
Isn't it interesting that even with all these numbers, everything coming in, it's still all across the board pretty close to 50-50.
Pretty close.
I mean, we're talking...
Well, we've been shoved into that. I mean, just in the way that the things have gone, I'd say in the media, social media, news, all that in the last 2 decades.
Yeah.
It's about getting people to their corners.
Yes, and just
you have to get
polarizing.
all the way to your corners, all the way to one side or all the way to the other when the majority of people are somewhere in the middle, but they are being shoved and forced out to those corners.
Yes.
Mostly because they're told over and over again that we are stuck in a 2-party system. We cannot get a third party elected even if you wanted to, and even if a lot of people identified as such. And so if it forces people to go to break one way or another, it is black and white. It is no longer gray. And at some point, there's going to have to be enough people that go, I don't like that.
Yeah, we don't like this anymore.
I don't like that anymore. And I don't like and is it going to be started on this here podcast? Not today. Not today because I barely have a voice because we are coming off of the cruise. We literally landed. I'm still every once in a while. Now, I don't get motion sick. Nothing, nothing on the boat messed me up while I was on it.
You've been feeling it?
Oh, yeah.
It's weird.
It's really weird. It's especially when I am bending over to pull my pant leg up.
Yes.
Put on my shoe.
Yes.
It's just the motion of bending over. Ooh. I get this little ooh, where I feel a little unsteady on my feet. And it happened in the shower today.
It did. So as soon as we drove to the airport, got out of the van and stood up, I was like, I am on a boat.
Yeah.
And I thought that would kind of dissipate as we flew home. No, that night, Matt was like, you're unwell and you need to sit down. Yeah. I was in the pantry. I started to tip forward as I bent over to get something.
Yeah, it's always the bending over to get something. That's me too. That's what's been throwing me off.
It's interesting, though, because
I bent over in the shower. I dropped the soap. Oh, don't
do that.
I know. And I bent over to get it. I was like, whoa. That's the only time I really, really feel it. And I felt nothing on the ship.
Oh, my gosh.
So it is weird.
Well, I felt it on the ship immediately.
Yes.
And I didn't know to expect that. I didn't pack anything anticipating that. But thankfully, people in our group had the patches and the pills and everything at the ready. I'd say it was 50-50. Half of our girls were really feeling it. And the other half of y'all were fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's a huge ship. I don't really remember feeling it 5 years ago when I was on a ship either.
Yeah.
The yacht.
yacht.
But I definitely feel it more now off of it than I did on it. But that will eventually leave. It'll eventually go away. It's only been a couple days.
Well,
Can you believe that we were literally
I know.
we were disembarking probably very close to this time just 48 hours ago.
48 hours ago.
So much has happened.
So much has happened.
A whole life has been lived.
Then and now.
Yes.
So Josie was saying that she was talking to a chiropractor yesterday who said they had a patient or knew of a patient that had the spins after a cruise. And there can be cases where it persists and never leaves your body. And there's a term for it.
Yeah.
And
Michelle sent it to someone sent it to our chat.
It's Josie.
Ashley.
Oh, Ashley. And this guy's had it for 30 years.
Oh,
30 years.
that's not for me.
Not for me.
I know it'll go away.
Yeah.
But I think positively.
Yeah. I think you do.
Especially about medical stuff. It'll just write itself. It will write itself.
You just ignore the medical stuff.
Well, I do. I can't ignore this because I literally almost fall over when I bent over to put on my shoe. But I know that it'll eventually go away. You'll get your sea legs.
Sea legs.
You'll get them.
How did Columbus sail the ocean blue?
Exactly.
In a wooden ship.
How are these pirates out here? Piracy is still a very big thing.
It is.
Pirates are not on nice cruise ships. I don't think.
I mean, maybe they
Hey,
are.
breaking news. Boop, 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 boop. Pirates are not on nice cruise ships.
But they'd ransack one if they could.
Yeah, I bet that they would. I mean, that's a big job of the Coast Guard. I don't think people really know what a lot of our military branches do.
I don't.
But
You know better than me.
Yeah, I will be able to help y'all with that.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Coast Guard, that's a big part of their job. Is I think that people only think about the borders of the United States as a land border. Obviously, the one to Mexico and the one to Canada.
Yeah.
But our borders are our coastline.
Yeah.
And the Coast Guard manages that and makes sure people don't come in illegally that way.
Yes.
And manages the waters to make sure pirates don't come on land, things like that. It's actually
Crazy.
a very big part of their job, I believe. I hope I'm not misspeaking, but I am pretty sure I've
we're gonna look
researched
that
that.
up. I want to know like what the pirates are up to. Well, there was that Tom Hanks movie, and I think it was based on real life. I don't know. You guy, correct me if I'm wrong, but
The one with the volleyball, Castaway?
not Castaway.
Oh, okay.
Not Castaway, but he's the captain of some ship, and then these pirates come on, and
Yes.
it's the meme where he goes, "I'm the captain now.
Yes, I'm the captain now.
I am the captain
Yeah,
now."
I don't know.
Look at me.
I've never seen it.
I haven't seen it either, but I think
Okay,
it won
but you
some
love
awards.
pirates.
I do love pirates, but I like ye old pirates
Obviously, the shanties.
The shanties.
And such.
of yesteryear. Okay,
Of course.
the annals of time. Those pirates.
Those pirates.
Because they're chic, c'est la vie. They have eyeliner on.
So much gold.
There's gold. They're
Yeah.
dripping in gold.
Dripping in the gold is what sells you.
You know what? Speaking of, I had actually had this on my list. Let's talk about gold and silver.
Okay.
I know that I should be wearing silver
Okay. Why?
because my skin tone, I've never gotten my colors done.
Okay, but you know that silver looks great on you.
I know that should be what I'm wearing because I have
Okay.
a cooler toned skin. You have actually a neutral skin. You're not too warm and you're not too cool. I think you're right in between and you can kind of do
what I'm hearing
one.
is I'm perfect.
You're perfect.
Okay, got it.
Okay. God's favorite over here. But I know that I should be in the silvers, but I just like gold.
You're not gravitating towards when you are walking up to a jewelry case, which we did on the cruise.
Yes, we did. We're going to
That's
talk
coming.
about that. Yeah.
That you are always gravitating towards the
I
gold.
just like the gold.
It looks great on you.
I mean, I guess it does, but I'm just saying I know it should be silver baubles.
And I'm sure
bangles.
our YouTube watchers have been wanting to tell this to you
I know
as
it.
they look at you
I
day
know.
in and day out. And now y'all don't have to carry that burden anymore.
Yes. Just know that I know. I see
Yeah.
it. I'm sure some color girls have seen it. And I just,
They've actually slid into my DMs and said, can you encourage this? Maybe buy her more silver. And I said, I will. Back off.
they're like, drop
if I
it.
hear this again.
But I wish more places were making silver jewels and jewelry that people were loving because it's just not as much out there.
It's not.
It's not.
But
The
it's
big earrings and the big jingly jangles, it's mostly in gold right now.
I also think that could be an influence from the Kardashians. I think that they just loved gold. They wore a lot of
You
gold.
know what? You're right.
And they really do control kind of the buying power of now probably almost 2 generations.
Yes, that's such a good point because they do have
they're Persian,
their
right?
skin is gold. Like
and they're dripping in gold,
Yes.
and that's just a huge part of their culture too, I believe. I mean, look at the Shahs of Sunset.
Yes.
We saw the same thing. It was gold, gold, gold. That's how you showed wealth. That's how you projected it to people.
Bring back Shahs of Sunset.
Loved that show.
We loved that show.
We loved that show. That show was great. Family Karma was great.
Yes.
I would love a lot of these to be back on air, but instead it's just housewives after housewives.
I don't.
And it's fine.
And we love our housewives.
Of course we do. But we like the mixture.
Yes.
We like to have those Persian princesses in LA running around.
I love it. I love to see how they
Loved it.
live. And we like our one. We like the Vanderpump and the Summer House and the Southern Charm. We
course.
like all of those.
Yes, of course.
So give us more.
I spent lots of time with Austin Kroll at that Hornets Gala. And
was his girlfriend there?
yes, still
Okay.
the same one as last year, but we weren't able to post her last year. This year we could because she filmed with him.
So she did. I wanted to ask you.
She did breaking news. Boop, 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 boop. Yes.
She's
his
on camera.
girlfriend is on camera and filmed with him, like dinner scenes and things like that. But the coolest part about her, she does not want this. She is still private. She's going to remain private on Instagram.
Good on you, girl.
Yep. She does not want to be on the show.
Yeah.
She's not gunning for a role or anything like that. She just wants to live her life a normal way. She's not becoming an influencer. She's not getting affiliate links. She's doing none of that. She genuinely just loves him and wants to be with him.
And he probably loves that about her.
I hope he does. I hope he sees that this is a gift.
They've been together a long time now.
Over a year.
And so he did. I remember seeing her on his page. Like they had gone public about it.
Yep.
And
He,
so I
he did a
wondered-
soft launch, then he kind of did a hard launch.
Yeah.
But I haven't shared this story from the Hornets Gala on my private page, or on Miranda and Charlotte page.
Okay,
or
share
anything
it.
like that. I was thinking P for podcast, not private.
All the P's.
All the P's, so many P's. Okay, so we're there. I'm just like flittering about, at the gala and all the things, and I start to hear the rumors of who the special musical guest is that night.
Yes.
Okay. Last year it was Nappy Roots.
Okay, yes.
So this year it was Big Boy, the one half of Outkast. So you have Andre 3000 and you have Big Boy, right?
yes.
And so I hear, I'm like, oh my God, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I tell Austin, so we had just piled up. So it was Dana, me, Austin, and Audrey. And so we're hanging out the whole night. And so I tell him, like, this is going to be so amazing because we walked out to our reception.
Yes.
We walked out to an Outkast song.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. It's called Spotty. Oh my gosh. I always get this wrong. Hold on. I have to look it up because I can't.
Okay, stand
Can't
by.
be incorrect about this. Spotty.
So you're saying the song you guys either walked
Yes.
when you walked into the reception or when
into the reception.
Into the
It's called SpottieOttieDopaliscious. If that's not the most Outcast song title,
Wait,
okay,
play just a little bit of it.
You'll know it.
because I want to know.
you'll know it.
Okay, I'm excited.
And it's it's those trumpets. So we walked out to like the trumpets hitting. Okay, hold on. Give it a second.
This is an iconic walkout song,
Joshua picked it.
and it's like a slower jam.
So he's like, and now for the new Mr. and Mrs. Joshua Miller. Okay, so y'all know SpottieOttieDopaliscious, obviously.
Obviously, you all knew that.
Obviously.
We'll add it to the playlist.
Perfect.
That is so great. Okay, so you got so excited.
So I got
because-
so excited because, first of all, Outkast was just my entire college experience.
Yes.
Like dancing at the clubs, at Klondike, at the frat parties. It is all Outkast.
Yes.
Then we walk out to our wedding. Joshua and I continue to live Outkast this whole time. So to know that Big Boy is going to be there, I'm just like, oh my God, oh my gosh. So we make sure we are right at the front of the stage when it opens. But so many people leave by this time that they're probably performing to less than 200 people.
No way.
So it
People
feels-
had already left.
People leave. So the like night, the music performance doesn't happen until probably like 10 o'clock or so.
Oh, okay.
So people have started to leave.
Yeah.
The main part of the gala is done where they've honored all the people. Then you go upstairs and you have a concert right there in the main concourse of Hornets Arena. So I'm like, we're going to be right at the front. Well, we see the set list on the ground. You know how they always have it there. And we do not see SpottieOttieDopaliscious.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So Austin, remembering what I had said to him like an hour before in the night, he did that thing on your phone where you can type in the stuff.
Yes, and then you hold it up.
And then you hold it up. So he typed in SpottieOttie and he held it up. And since he's like 6'5", he's so easy to see.
Austin did that for you?
He did.
That is so
I know.
nice.
It's so nice. So,
Wow.
so he holds it up. He's like, Miranda. I turn around because also Austin's so polite. He knows how tall he is that even though he wants to be at the front of the stage, he knows he's going to block people.
Okay.
So he kind of hangs back a little bit.
Aww.
I know. It's very polite. These Southern charm boys.
They're Southern gentlemen.
Southern gentlemen. Okay, so he's like, Miranda. And I turn around, I see him holding up, and I'm like, oh, hand it to me. So we pass it through the crowd to me. I'm standing right in front of Big Boy. He clocks it. He gives me a nod. Pass it back to Austin. And then so they get through their whole entire set. And then we're like, encore. And Big Boy says, okay, because I got the request, we're doing SpottieOttie.
Oh my God.
Austin and I lose our minds over it. We're like, it's because the phone.
I am unwell. I cannot believe
We
this.
are being so ridiculous about it. They play SpottieOttie. The trumpets come on. I start crying.
Yes, this is like
I
your
call
marriage.
Joshua. I'm like,
did you call?
Yes, I called Joshua. I'm like, our reception's not good flavor. And so anyway, it was such a good night. And then Big Boy goes to walk off stage and he hands me the like sweat rag he had been using all night. He's like, here you go.
Where is that sweat rag right
It's
now?
at my home. And I wrote with Sharpie on the tag, Big Boy's sweat. So I will not. One, it's not going to be washed. Two, I'm not going to start using it as like the washcloth in my kitchen.
The kitchen.
The kitchen store.
Did you put the date on there? You should put the date.
No, but I can't.
Yeah.
I'll go back and I'll do that with the Sharpie.
You're not going to wash it with your sneakers and dresses and towels?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
but
okay.
I would. I mean, but I want that like genuine sweat
Let's
from
put
him
it-
to stay on there.
Put it in a frame and hang it on your gallery wall.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Because since he sang y'all's song,
Yes.
it is special to your family.
Absolutely special to the
I
family.
love that.
Yes, it was so cool. And Austin took the one of the set list papers and he wrote encore SpottieOttieDopaliscious on it. And then we kind of held it up. So he's holding the paper and I'm holding the washcloth. And I wanted to save it. It was such like a cool story to be a part of that I wanted to save it for here. I didn't really share it
Yeah,
on
you
anywhere,
never shared
and
this.
I
I
didn't
never
share the
knew.
pictures.
Oh my God.
I know, but Austin, thank
so
you
you
so
have more
much.
pictures and stuff that you can reveal
yes.
to the podcast.
Oh, yes, you guys. I have more of that.
Austin, thank you so much for being
Yeah.
a real one.
I know. It was really, really sweet. We had such a good time. And we almost went out even afterwards. So like the gala ended late. Then it's like, all right, where are we going afterwards?
Yes.
And eventually we all looked at each other and we're like, are we too old for this?
We're old.
We're old.
Yeah.
Not Audrey. She's the young one.
I was going to
but
say, is she a little more
she's young, but she's so mature. Like
you
you wouldn't even know.
Do you feel like she is bringing out the best in him?
Yeah.
Don't you love to see that?
I do love to see that.
I always said that about Matt. When we started dating, I was like, I have now become the best version of myself.
I love that.
That is
So
what your
sweet.
partner should be doing for you.
Yes. I mean, yeah, I was a bit of a disaster.
Yeah. So don't you think like Josh came along and you kind of immediately knew this is my man?
I quit smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
I didn't do any more drugs.
You just like the future was now in your
Yes.
sight. And
Yes.
so you just think, okay, how am I setting myself up for success in my future? With
All
this
I wanted
person?
was like this like gorgeous Abercrombie model boy, like this all-American boy. And that is not what I had been dating.
Yeah.
And then in walks Joshua Miller. And I'm like, there's the Abercrombie model. Check.
yes.
I now want to like live this like quintessential American dream with him.
This American Life.
This American life. Never seen it.
You've never listened to This American Life? They are the OG. I mean, podcasts are hot now. As we know, everyone is
Yeah.
starting one,
Yeah.
including us.
Yep.
But
part of the problem, not the solution.
Part of the problem. But This American Life has been around for so long. And I mean, were they even calling themselves a podcast way back then? I don't know. Maybe they just called it a show.
This is the podcast. I was thinking of what was the one with Claire Danes? Something American
Ooh.
Life. This American Life. This American Girl. It's an American Girl doll, probably.
With Claire Danes.
Wasn't that somebody? Didn't someone on MTV have like a show with the word life in it? My Beautiful Life.
Oh, My So-Called Life.
My so-called life.
Oh.
Never mind.
Yeah, that was like a scripted drama. Love My So-Called Life.
Never
And
saw that.
justice for My So-Called Life.
Why?
Because we only got one season of it.
Wow.
And those of you that watched it, you know Jordan Catalano, the drama with Rayanne and the friend and everything. We just never really got resolution. And you thought, well, surely they're going to renew this. One season, one and done.
Never saw it.
Ugh.
I wasn't watching much TV then either.
You were watching Jeopardy.
Yeah, I was watching Jeopardy. Great at trivia.
You are.
Keep me on your team.
It's who you are.
It is.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad we figured that out.
And that is, but yeah, that's my story from the Hornets Gala.
Yay.
And felt beautiful in my dress from the Belk outlet.
Yes,
Had to wear
Belk
my
outlet.
super tall shoes, silver shoes this time. Silver, speaking of silver. Had to wear them, even though this gala is so cool because they encourage you to wear sneakers with your dresses. Because it's the basketball.
It's for basketball.
Yeah, and all the girls come in their gorgeous gowns, but then with like their Nikes or
See,
their,
now that
their Jordans.
I'm okay with.
It's cool.
Okay? I'm okay. If you want to wear your Patrick Ewings,
Yes.
wear those.
Yes.
But I'm saying in the day-to-day family pictures, don't wear the
Yeah,
sneakers.
obviously,
with the dress.
don't do that.
Don't
no.
do that.
And it is about to be family picture time.
Yes.
And let us hearken back to, please, with the golden goose and peasant dresses. You will look back on those pictures and you will wonder what you were doing.
Yes.
And so just put on the white booties. We've discussed it several times.
Yes.
Any little booty will do.
A little booty.
Just this.
Like let your
I'm like,
because your future
Just a little
grandchildren
snake booty.
Yeah.
Just put on a little boot.
Your future grandchildren are going to look at those photos
Yeah.
from 2020 and 2024 whatever and
Yeah.
be like, why did grandma have on those old rotten sneakers and with that beautiful dress?
I think that as she's sitting on a cute love seat in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess none of it really makes sense. But why
especially that.
why exasperate the situation by putting on that dirty sneaker?
I do think we're coming away from it. I
think we are. Oh,
I
I
think
think
it's phasing out a
It's
little
phasing
bit.
out. Now, I do think I am still seeing some of the younger girlies still doing it with the Converse and the dresses, and it's okay. I just wish y'all would
But just
stop.
in family pictures, I think it's like
Yeah.
one thing if like, yeah, on the weekend, yeah, you're just a little sporty girly.
Yeah.
But
Little jean
in the
jacket.
family picture. Oh my God, not with the jean jackets.
Oh, we gotta
I
talk
swear
about
to
jean
God with the jean jackets. I have never said the word jean jacket or heard the words jean jacket more than in a 4-day span of time than going to Disney and this cruise with women. And the fact that you just said it again.
I did.
What the chokehold jean jackets have on these women.
Millennial women.
It's insane.
It is. And it's actually like you could Google and there would be plenty of like Pop Sugar articles that come up about denim jackets and millennials.
No way.
We have a problem.
Okay, y'all do have a problem and you are part of the problem.
Yeah. But I love a jean jacket.
No, God knows. We all know. We all know. Y'all, it was the funniest thing. It was the funniest thing because, we go to Disney the one day before we get on the cruise. And every girl is like, but it started the day before, after the ISF luncheon. So I'm at the ISF luncheon. I don't eat off of any volunteers' plates this time. I do want to say that because I think that shows growth.
That shows growth.
Yeah. And I'm just eating less.
Well, that's true.
Maybe that helped. Okay. But I go to the ISF luncheon. I leave. I go to South Park because I need to go do some things there. I think I had a return to make.
Okay.
I see Josie spots my car in the Belk parking lot and is like, toot toot, puts down the window. I'm like, hey, I just saw you at the luncheon. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
She's like, I needed to buy a jean jacket.
There you go.
Okay. Josie, who I'm sure has other jean jackets.
Oh, she said she does.
Still needed a different jean jacket. Okay. So I have to hear jean jacket then.
Okay.
Go ahead and put that in the column for one.
Okay.
We end up flying to Disney. You have that huge bag that you're carrying everything. I say, hey, it's heavy. Let me carry it for you.
Yeah.
She already does so much. I'll at least carry the bags. That's what Deb does.
Yes.
Okay. Deb is my lesbian alter ego who handles all the things for Kristen when Matt's not there. Killing the bugs, carrying the heavy stuff.
Yes.
Handling the smoke
Packing,
detectors, packing, like all that stuff for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Packing the cars, loading things in and
Yeah,
out. I carry all the stuff. So I'm like, hand that to me. She's like, okay, watch my jean jacket from falling out. Jean jacket. Again, okay, got it, the jean jacket. We get to Disney. Girls are having to check their bags in at Riviera because we're going to go to Epcot and our room's not ready.
Yes.
Okay, so I see everybody handing their bags in, blah, 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 blah. At some point, Tiffany comes back to the room in the middle of the day. She gets all of our bags up there.
Yep.
And they're kind of all in the front. We come back at the end of the night. It's 10 o'clock, 10:15.
Yes.
I look at all the bags and I notice that there are all these individual yellow plastic bags with kind of ties at the top.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did this many people order stuff to the room? Like I thought it was People purchased stuff.
Yes.
And it was being shipped to the room.
Yes, like how Morgan needed to order the tanning drops.
Yes,
she did have like a little Sephora bag that someone had purchased for her and brought to the hotel.
What do they call that? Uber shops or whatever.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
Uber Eats, but like, you can order stuff. So I'm like, my God, people have just ordered so many things, or they bought stuff in the parks and it was, sent to the room. And so I'm trying to open them to figure out, who do they belong to?
Yes.
There are multiple yellow bags. Every time I opened a yellow bag, there was a jean jacket in it. I'm like, am I being punked by jean? Like, what is the obsession with jean jackets? Why is everybody talking about jean jackets all the time? I couldn't figure it out. I've never seen the choke hold. People are like, oh, that. And then the next morning, so we get up, we're trying to pack, everybody's getting ready. It's kind of not even a frenzy. Actually, it was very calm. For 9 women, it was very calm.
Yes.
But, everyone's just kind of swirling about and doing their things. And I think Josie comes in and is like, has anyone seen my jean jacket? I'm like, shocker, the girl with... The funniest part about all this is I think the reason why jean jackets are swirling around me is because I said, oh, I don't own a jean jacket.
That's it. So she did admit that night before, I do not own a jean jacket.
I don't own a jean jacket.
And we all collectively went,
what? How do you not own a jean jacket?
But I said you should get one on Amazon and then you can link it and make
obviously
money.
I'm going to buy a jean jacket now because I didn't know that this was the absolute make or break of being a woman, a female. I mean, now I know.
Yes,
it's
the
not
go-to.
the XY chromosome. It's the X.
The X chromosome.
It's not the XX. It's the jean jacket.
It is. XX equals jean jacket.
Yeah, XX equals jean jacket. There's the title. So... so I'm like, Josie, actually, I know where your jean jacket is because it's in one of these yellow bags. You might have to rifle through them. And then one by one, people are like, oh, that reminds me, I need to get my jean jacket. Oh, I think I'm going to wear that on the way in case it's chilly. I'm like...
But we were explaining to her the perks of a jean jacket.
No, I know the perks of a jean jacket.
Then get a jean jacket.
I will get a jean jacket. I'm just saying that the fact that of the limited amount of space to pack.
No, you have to have a jean jacket for the plane. You have to have a light jacket. Do I have
I will have a light jacket. I am paying attention.
I am having a light jacket. But
it's not going to be made of denim.
No, a light jean jacket. But you know what's really funny? And I just realized this as you were talking.
How many jean jackets did you bring?
When I got home.
What?
I had a box here waiting for me.
Of?
A jean jacket.
Why? How many jean jackets? Y'all, here's what I don't understand. Okay, ladies.
It was on clearance.
No,
and I was
stop.
like, it's really cute. So that's why I ordered it.
I'm sure it is very cute. But one, there's not that much difference between this jean jacket and this jean jacket and this jean jacket. The fact that some of y'all own 10 jean jackets
there is a difference.
Is excessive. Also, if I'm going to bring something to wear on a plane to be cozy, to be warm, it's not made of denim. It's going to be made
like a cardigan?
Like a cardigan or just something like soft and cozy
like
that I can wrap up in. A zip-up hoodie. Maybe
but that's not structured. I think if you're still trying
Why do you want to be structured?
If you're trying to look pulled together, you can wear a dress and throw a jean jacket on and it still looks cute.
Obviously, yes, I get that, but I'm not trying to be structured in an airline seat.
Well, some of us are.
Okay, well, good for you. I guess wear all your jean jackets and maybe I'll borrow one.
There it is. This is another thing she's going to change her mind on. And that's what I do on this podcast. I let her rage about whatever thing I'm doing wrong that week. And then 6 months from now, she's going to be like, you know what I really like?
Jean jacket.
My jean jacket.
Yeah. And as you said.
And it's really softened up in the wash because I put my sneakers in with it.
And that plastic beading on it.
It's just hammered out, just the stiffness. And it's so soft. It's actually my coziest outerwear. Just wait for it.
Coziest outerwear.
That's why I love this big red button because it keeps everything on the record.
What else did I yell at you about? I don't think so. What else have I yelled at you about?
You have yelled at me about my picture frames. There's too many picture frames.
No, I didn't yell. I said I see the benefit. Look at your cute family over there on the hike. I do think that there are a lot of family pictures that y'all, I mean, clearly y'all like to look at yourselves, but I think that's sweet.
There it is. Hanging up family photos is wrong.
It's not wrong. It's just, y'all know what you look like. But that one is hysterical to me because I know shortly thereafter, Matt said that he had done this hike with an ex-girlfriend.
Yes.
And that is one of the greatest stories of all time.
It's one of the best stories I've ever told.
What is that? What is that art? Did you get that in Guatemala?
All of this. That art there. That weaving is It's Ecuador.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
But I was going to say, all these tubs in here we had to move for the Halloween
our
party.
podcast.
But this is all podcast stuff.
This is our pod room stuff. People are like, oh, put it in the pod room. Put it in the pod room. I don't think
we
you
don't
understand.
we don't have our shelves or anything.
No, we don't have a pod room anymore. We have a pod corner.
Yeah.
In this gorgeous bedroom.
But you know what I was thinking?
We don't have our shelves.
When we have said to y'all that we literally just wanted a company to give us 20 square feet.
Yes.
Look at how big this is.
That's it.
This is a closet.
Yeah,
space.
this is.
Think about it.
We could rent a closet in someone's office, you're saying?
Yes. So I just don't think people understand how little space we would need.
Not much.
Somewhere.
Not much.
Now, I'm happy to do it here, but I'm just saying like
one of these days when we hit it big.
Yeah, we could spend $50 a month to rent a closet from someone.
One closet.
And
what will not be in that closet? Jean jackets.
No, she's gonna get into jean jackets. Just you wait.
No.
Just you wait.
Why don't you send me the link to the newest one you just got? Maybe we could match.
I will try, but it was a clearance on Vici, and they were doing 60% off their clearance. And so I'm like, okay, this is $10. I will purchase this.
I've never been on Vici.
But I will say there are some great jean jackets on Amazon.
Okay.
Really good ones.
I don't know why I lost my breath there for a second. Like, not the jean jackets on Vici, not the double clearance.
It's me gasping at the waves. It was me.
Yes, it is. Okay, you want to get into our 2 and 2?
Speaking of waves, I mean, are we doing this 2 and 2? Because this is the list.
No, I know, but I think that we can. We got to at least stick to the format.
Okay, so we'll
do it in 2 and 2.
Okay. Yep. All right.
What's your first thing?
Oh, Lord. Let's just say it.
Say it.
Speaking of 2.
Say it, forget it, write it, regret it. Dorinda Medley.
We teased last Thursday 2 people who really hit it off on this cruise and now have become the very best of friends.
Yeah, the very best of friends.
And they are
our sisters.
Y'all.
We
couldn't
believe it.
Jackie and Sister Lauren.
Sister Jackie and Sister Lauren
have become
best friends. Best friends.
Friends
forever. Friends until the end. Apparently of time. Yep.
And here's what's funny about this. On paper, I think we would have looked at that and said, these two have nothing really in common, maybe a little bit, but
obviously everyone is like more alike than different. But
sure. But just, maybe personality wise, interests. I just would have never, ever thought we got to get these two together.
Never. Well, the other thing, I think their feelings are hurt that we're like, God, we can't believe you two like each other. It's not that.
No.
It's that you don't know Jackie that well, and I don't know Lauren that well.
True.
So we're not able to be like matchmakers of friendship between our sisters I don't really know Sister Lauren.
True.
And you have never really, like, as far as hanging out for a long periods of time, yes, at parties, there's crossover.
Yeah.
At Bella's graduation, you and Jackie are going to say hello.
Yeah.
At your Halloween party, I'm going to say hello to Lauren.
Yeah.
Have we sat down and had these deep, long conversations? Maybe more on DMs with your sister. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes, Lauren does DM.
But like in face-to-face, no. So why would we ever be like, oh my gosh, we're so excited for our sisters to finally meet and become best friends?
No, it just kind of shocked us, but in a good way.
Yeah, in a great way.
In such a great way. And y'all, it was like instant. They clicked. And then every time we looked, like, where's Jackie? Oh, she's with Lauren. Where's Lauren? Oh, she's with Jackie. Oh, well, we're gonna go sit together. We're gonna have lunch together. We split a bottle of champagne.
Yeah.
We're gonna go lay out together in the sun. Like, it was so funny to me. But also at the same time, I'm like, well, we shouldn't be shocked.
No.
Because if you and I are best friends.
Right. Why wouldn't our sisters?
And we were raised by the same people.
Correct.
Then doesn't it make sense logically that those two would really like each other?
Yes, it does.
And they are the older sisters.
They are the older sisters. They are the older sisters to us. They have both been married and divorced and remarried, which I think they really clicked about. Here's the difference is like Jackie has a stepdaughter who's 29.
Yeah.
Sister Lauren has 2 young kids.
Young girls, yeah.
Jackie has a blended family of 7, and her youngest is so far old, so much older than Lauren's oldest.
Yeah.
And so you just, you think that they're moms and everything, but you don't think of them as being in that same stage of like mom life.
Yes.
But they just talked and talked and talked. They never shut up. And then what did we hear from them in the solarium that day?
That they are going to start their own podcast.
They're going to start their own podcast. They already have a title and everything.
It's called Third Time's a Charm.
But they're like, hopefully Hopefully we won't get divorced and remarried.
Yeah.
But if we do, it'll be third time's the charm.
Third time's
I'm
the
like,
charm.
oh my gosh, you girls. But they are so tickled with themselves.
They are, and they're already texting. They followed each other on Instagram. They have each other's cell phone numbers. And then they come to us and say, we've planned a sister trip. So the 4 of us are going to go on a trip.
Yeah. That was shocking. I'm like, oh, yeah, of course we're going to do a sister's trip. They planned. Wow.
Fine by me.
Fine by me. I just want to roll up.
Don't make us plan it. Don't make us plan it.
Never again. God, no.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely not. But I do love that the girls are just going to spearhead this. They're going to get it done. They're going to tell us where to show up.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
Yep.
We are so thrilled that they became friends.
I know.
Then Jackie's post and then Lauren's comment back.
I know.
It's so precious and so cute. I love this for them. We love this for them.
We do.
We want friends. We want everybody to get along.
Yes.
And we want to hang out and we
Yes.
want to have fun and kiki and have a good time. I just think that
It was
going
shocking.
into it, we would have never been like, of the 23 girls, who's going to buddy up?
And they did the most.
They did the absolute freaking
of
most.
Everybody there, those two were the ones that were like,
Not even the people who came with their person did as much as Jackie and Lauren did together. Like, people came with their moms, stayed in the same room, and still did not spend as much time together as Jackie and Lauren did. It's true. We didn't spend as much time together as Jackie and Lauren did.
y'all.
We hosted the damn thing.
we did. Y'all just cannot believe in our brains. It was like, this is happening. And then even on the flight home, Jackie just had so much to say about Lauren. And I mean, I think the last word I heard Jackie say as I said goodbye was Lauren.
Yeah. She was like, anyway, thanks for being the sister to Lauren. Bye. Lauren.
Anyway, Jackie and Lauren, if y'all are listening, and you should be,
Yes,
we are
please.
delighted.
I know
by
your
this.
sister is. My sister is not an avid listener,
Yeah,
but
she's
she
hit
is
or miss.
going to hopefully try to change that.
Yes.
She's, listening to her Christian music in the car
She
instead of
is.
podcasts. Yeah, she loves that K-Love.
She does. She loves K-Love or his radio
Yeah, capital H.
that you got on
Sucked into.
accidentally. Yeah.
That bumped.
It was the Lord trying to tell you something.
It was. He still is.
We will specifically tell Jackie to listen to this. She's going to want to hear our cruise
Of course. I think, Mom said she was already listening to our live podcast recording. She heard Jackie listening to it in the office. So I think that's really cute.
Okay, so that's one of my things.
She's just interrupted all day long at work, and
She
I will
is.
give her that. Like,
She is.
she is interrupted all day long. People come into her office to ask her questions. So she says, as soon as I start something, it's paused, and I forget what y'all were even talking about.
Yes. Okay, so that's one of my things. Jackie and Lauren love story.
Okay, one of my things is one of the funniest stories on the boat, I think, is there was this game show. And so you would go to the game show. It's also where the ice skating was. So it's quite chilly, which was
chilly.
fine.
Yeah.
But you'd go to the game show. And this one was all about, like, you basically were divided into teams in the arena. So 1 through 6.
Yeah.
So it's just your section that you were sitting in, right?
Yeah.
And so we had this huge group of our conglomerate,
Yeah.
but then mixed with other random cruisers.
Yeah.
So you also have to elect a team captain. We elected Rachel Foster, who was Holly Huffman's roommate who came with her. Okay. So we're like, Rachel, you go be it. She's super competitive. She's athletic.
She was
Like,
excited to do that.
she was excited to take that role. So we're like, go. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's down there. I think it's 1 girl and 1 boy, right?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
1 girl and 1 boy from each team.
Yep.
So they're down on the floor, and essentially it's kind of like the end of Let's Make a Deal when they're like, who in their purse has a plastic egg? Who in their
Yes.
purse has this? Okay. So it's kind of like that.
Yeah, it was
You're
like a
on
scavenger
teams.
hunt.
Yes.
but staying within that room, staying with your team, and then they would say the item. We need a pair of man's pants.
Yeah.
and you look around, and somebody's got to take off their pants and run it to the middle.
Correct.
Yeah.
So these things are like kind of simple at first. Like, all right, we need a man who's got red lipstick.
Yeah.
So Erin Hall throws her red lipstick towards the front. A guy jumps up, smears it on, runs. They hold up our team number 1, and they go, okay, you guys get the point.
You get the point.
All right. So it's simple things.
Yeah.
Okay, now 5 bras, which of course many of us took off our bras, threw them
Yes.
to the front.
Yes.
Me being me, my sister and her pasties, and sister Lauren.
All 3 of them threw their bras,
Just-
but I was dying with your sister taking out her.
Yeah, her inserts. It was like
bra inserts. It wasn't even a real bra.
No, it wasn't a real pasty and it wasn't a real bra. It was just the bra inserts. And she took them out. So they're the big, like, round puffs and threw them. She was like, that counts, right? I think she just wanted so badly to do it because Sister Lauren did it.
They were side by side.
Of course they were sitting together. Of course they were. Where else would they be? but sitting next to each other.
So
Not next to their sisters.
No, so they both got to take off their bra.
And throw it, and now they have that fun memory together. Okay, which will last them till forever. All right. So then it's like, so it's simple enough stuff that everybody has.
Yes.
And then they say an appendix scar.
They did.
That was so oddly specific.
Even if they had said
A scar.
a big scar.
A big scar. Then you could have shown half your body.
Easily, I could have just gone like
Yes.
that. I would have won that one.
Yes.
Easy.
But instead they go an appendix scar. So I'm like looking around at everyone. No one's jumping up from our team. And I'm like, oh, I have an appendix scar.
Yeah,
I've had my appendix removed.
Yes.
So I run down. And as I'm running down, I realize that I know where this scar is.
And what are you wearing?
I'm wearing a dress, a short dress. So I realized that in order to show the appendix scar in my belly button, I'm going to have to flash this arena. And I know what y'all are thinking. Miranda, the panties of it all.
Did you have on panties?
Thank God, when I wear short dresses, I have admitted here on this podcast,
Yeah.
yes, I do not usually wear panties. But when I'm wearing a short dress, I do in case a gust of wind comes.
Of course. And so you did have on
I
panties.
did have on, but they were not cute.
I mean, they were.
Just like my regular Amazon, like brief panties.
But honestly, I think that was better. You wouldn't have wanted to be like, here's my thong.
No. I'm
what I
glad
mean?
that. No, and here's the other thing, you guys. Like we are, number one, it's 18 plus at
Yeah.
this game show. So like there's no kids there.
That's true. That's true.
Number two, we are on a cruise ship, which means everyone is wearing bikinis and bathing suits.
I mean, we saw a lot of butts.
Oh boy.
We saw a lot.
Floss as bottoms.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm showing anything that we aren't also seeing on the boat at all times, all day long.
100%.
Okay. But I am running down there and I'm like,
You're having to make this decision.
I'm having to make this decision.
You had
Now,
about-
do I win the point?
Yeah. You had about 5 seconds to decide as you were running.
Yes. Do I get us this point? No one else is running down. No one else apparently had appendicitis, like your girl. So I'm like, I just got to do it. What I guess I failed to pay attention to is that I could have just shown the
judge.
the host, the judge. I could have just shown her my scar. I thought you had to show the camera the scar. So I run to the big red light camera and I lift up my dress. I pull apart my belly button because y'all, this is underneath here is a terror. This
did not just say I pull apart my belly button.
I had to pull it apart. My belly button is not flat. My stomach, there are folds. They just fold right into themselves. So if you want to see my belly button, we have to really search for it. We really do. Should I do it here?
No. No, but because we have a receipt.
Oh yes, we do.
Someone got a picture or video of this.
But I do. I have to stretch that skin apart. I have to get into
So
that
you
belly button and show that.
You lifted the dress.
The dress. Then I have to, so I'm lifting the dress and then I have to kind of open up. I have to pull apart the folds and I have to show that scar right there on the left side of my
but
belly
not
button.
to the judge, to the camera.
To the camera. I'm just going in such a hurry that I'm just like, oh, there's the big light.
Yeah.
There's the big red light.
Yeah.
And I go and I just lift it up. And what I also, I guess I didn't remember is that camera projects whatever is on it to the massive screen in the entire arena.
There's a Jumbotron in the arena.
Of my belly button, my fupa, my underwear, my scar, everything. And people were probably like, my eyes. The next day, people were like, oh my gosh, you're the girl from the game show. I'm like, yeah, I know, crazy, huh? Yeah, I'm the appendix girl. That guy told me that in the hot tub.
No.
Oh yeah.
He said you're the appendix girl?
Yeah, you're the appendix girl.
Well, because also with your hair, like you're just so
is.
recognizable. It's
Hard
not
to
like
hide.
you were some random brunette
Nope.
who could have been anybody.
No, I wasn't. No.
But she got the point.
I did. I got the point. But like, There's nothing to be ashamed about.
No.
Like, I'm thrilled that we got the point. Again, underwear is the same as a bikini bottom. We were on a ship with people who were seeing my butt anyway in a bathing suit.
Yes.
Like, none of that. I have no problem with that. It's just more that, like, it felt like also quite young crowd of people with just like body yachties.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be like, I've had 2 kids and I lost 75 pounds. I'm sorry that you all had to see this too. I'm sorry. And you deserve a medal for what you just had to see.
Stop.
It's true.
It was so quick. It really was fast. But when all of us realized what you were doing, because we were,
Yes.
so you were running down, and us back in the stands were watching, and we were all looking at each other, going, "She's got on a dress, but that's okay. It's fine. Well, she'll just lift it up, show the girl, and run away."
Yeah.
But then we see you turn to the right to the camera, and there's a bright light like these right here, a bright light. And Miranda just ranks it up, just flattens it out. And we look over to the left of the Jumbotron, and it's just your skin. Okay. I mean, there's no other evidence of what it is. It could have been anything on that screen.
It probably looked like a scrotum. Oh, my God.
It was just like, there. Okay, well, she is telling the truth. There's the scar.
There it is.
But that was iconic.
Yeah.
And I think you should feel really proud of yourself.
I am. And I got us the point.
But you know what? I am pissed because we didn't even get first, second, or third place.
No, we did not. Oh, boy.
When they started, they started with third. You know, we're all out. They're going to get us on the dance floor. And they're like, all right, we're ready to announce. In third place, it's team 6. In second place, team 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we're thinking,
we got number 1.
we are locked in.
Yeah.
Who else would have beat us? The lengths that we went through to win this game.
Yes.
The things.
Oh, I mean, Rachel
had
and our guy, there was this one game called Totem Pole, Hot Dog, and Cowgirl or Cowboy or something like that.
Yeah, that's it.
So basically, you're making the shape of a totem pole. You're riding your butt guy on a cat, like kind of cowgirl, and then you're doing a hot dog, which means you just lay on each other.
You're just laying flat on top of him.
Just flat on top of him. And so they're rapid calling out these things. And Rachel and our guy 100% went for this.
Oh, they nailed it. They nailed it. She did not hold back.
She did not hold back.
She was laying on top of him. She was kneeling down.
Yep.
She was riding him on his back.
Yeah,
Like,
he was a good sport too.
he was a good sport.
They did it, and they still didn't win. And I just think it's BS because the other team just sat in totem pole.
I'm telling you, team 1. We were team 1, and we deserved to win.
We did deserve to win.
I feel like our guy in the end, where we styled him to look like a woman, our guy looked like the best version of a woman. He did. He had a purse. He had a bra.
Kristen ran down there and she was like, "This is my wheelhouse. Let
Yeah.
me just do what I need to do." What he did not have was a jean jacket.
He did not have a jean
And maybe
jacket.
that's why he lost.
But some of the other guys had full-on dresses on. So that meant that someone in their group, in their crowd, let's say Team 6's crowd,
Yeah.
a woman must have taken off her dress,
entire dress, because this guy was wearing a dress.
put it on his body. And we were all looking, going, well, where's the naked lady?
Yeah. Is there a naked lady somewhere? Did she also give her bra? Is she now sitting pantyless?
Where
Now-
are your panties, ma'am?
In one of the teams, a woman took off her full weave, like, and gave it to the guy so that he would have a cute blunt haircut.
I have to say, that was commitment.
That's commitment.
And they pointed her out, and we could see her. And
they gave her a shout out.
They did.
She's like, "I took off my weave."
took off my weave. She was just sitting there, whatever. He had a cute little bob.
Yeah, he really did look cute. I mean, it like really fit his face well. But we did everything that we possibly could. So to find out that we didn't get second or third, second, or first, we're fourth or below. Give me a break.
No, it was rigged.
It was sick.
Speaking of elections.
Yeah, it was rigged. Yeah, you want to talk about a rigged election? It happened that night at that game show.
It really did.
Our team won.
Our team absolutely won. And I was proud of our team. We had a lot of younger kids on our team, like in their 20s. Man, I was
It was a
proud
good
of
time.
us. Yeah.
I laughed so hard. I mean, I was crying.
did.
I was laughing so hard. They really know how to entertain you on a cruise.
They do.
They really know how to entertain you on a cruise. You can have as chill of a cruise as you want. You can go to the adult pool. You can go to the spa. You can go read. You can do whatever. You can always find a little quiet spot.
Yep.
Or you can just be entertained every hour of every day.
That's it.
And some people were. Some people really were on our cruise.
Yeah, some people in our group wanted to do it all. They wanted to do every single thing. And then, some people were like, I will be in the solarium all day.
Yeah.
Just
and
laying.
just in the 18 plus area.
Yeah.
And not have to see any kids whatsoever. I'm here without mine and I don't want to see any.
Yes.
And you can go to nice dinners and you can do everything. Like it feels That's what I loved about cruising when I went on my sister's is you can do as much or as little as you want.
That's right.
And it's all waiting for you. You take advantage of it.
And I do think on this cruise, because I've had a couple people ask, like, were there kids, whatever? There were some kids, but I wouldn't say that it was like overrun with kids.
No, it wasn't overrun with kids. The only thing that I would say is if you are someone who's going to bring your family on a cruise, there's so much to do. There's basketball courts, volleyball courts, arcades, teen areas, putt, zip lining, slides, the
laser tag, escape rooms.
Yes. I mean, there is so much family-friendly entertainment for you to do.
Yes.
But yeah, as long as you go to places on the ship that are like 18 plus, you really don't ever have to see the kids. You walk by them a couple times.
I just feel like I rarely was really even seeing kids at all. Now, the time of year probably helped too. It was November 1st through 4th. So it's like,
yeah, that probably helped. School. But I also would say the only thing that got kind of annoying about kids is we would see them at the shows at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Now, I'm not talking about the Aqua show. Like that's for everyone or All In or whatever. That's fine. But it's, when we were doing the karaoke.
Yeah.
And then finish the lyric stuff, things like that. I'm like, it's 10:30.
It's getting a little adult.
It's getting a little
adult in here.
Because I was at one of those, finish the lyric things, like kind of music trivia things. And I ran up there because I knew it was the Dirty Dancing song. I've had the time of my life. And I'm like, get your asses up. We're on a cruise. Let's party. Like beforehand, just getting people hype while we were waiting for the music to kick in. And I look over and there's 2 kids sitting there. I'm like, it's 10:30.
Yeah.
Like I at first I was like, you know what? I maybe shouldn't have said the word asses. But I didn't, assume that there would be children in here at this hour. And so I do think I would say Royal Caribbean, like there maybe could be a curfew.
I think a curfew, or at least for certain spaces. Yeah. You're saying, all right, now it's 9 o'clock and this space is 18 plus.
Yes, that's what I think would be really helpful. And but to also enforce it.
Yeah.
Because I thought that specific thing we were at was 18 plus, but it obviously wasn't being enforced.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. That's just it didn't ruin my time.
No.
But I'm like, you better not look sideways at me for your kids hearing ASS either. Like, come on.
No.
Also, it's a donkey.
Kids hear all the words all the time, so let's not pretend that they don't.
Yeah.
Right.
But I try not to cuss intentionally in front of people's children.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right, what's your second thing?
Ooh, I would like to. You know what? We forgot to check for geocaches on the trip.
I did notice that. I did not download it. I was going to re-download the app, and I totally forgot after the tizzy of getting out of our podcast.
Should we explain to people what happened with that?
Yeah,
maybe
I think
that's
so.
my second thing.
Yeah, that's or it's our WoW award.
Oh, it could be our WoW.
Yeah, I think
let's save it.
WoW.
Let's save it for Thursday.
Yeah.
All right. Let us discuss the diamonds, the jewelry.
Okay, the jewelry, as we've already discussed, Kristen has a thing for, she's trying to dabble in more silver. She has too much gold. Oh, the burden. But yes, so your second thing is when I took you, I specifically said, I need to take you somewhere. I went earlier with Morgan.
Yeah.
And I now need to take you back. I need to take you back to it because I am shooketh.
Yes.
And what did you see?
I saw a jeweler, a jewelry store.
Effie.
Much like Effie, yes. Much like you would see in the mall. Imagine that, right? You walk in and it's bright and it's glittering. And
so bright in there.
He's so bright because they got to show those diamonds.
Yeah.
Now, you think, okay, someone might go on this trip. They want a fine piece of jewelry, maybe to remember the trip by, or maybe when they travel, they always try to pick up a piece of nice jewelry.
And also it's duty free.
It's duty free. And I mean, there were engagement rings. Maybe people decide they're going to pop the question.
Elope, whatever.
But you took me to a specific section, which was Royal Caribbean themed diamond jewelry.
Like their official line, their logo on rings that look like class rings, on pendants, on necklaces, on a chalice, behind a glass case.
Earrings, bracelets, and we are, when I tell you, we could kind of look at some of the price tags. We're talking thousands upon thousands of dollars for this Royal Caribbean crest.
Royal Caribbean logo jewelry. In real diamonds.
Real diamonds.
Real diamonds.
Real gold, real silver.
Are people and so we're looking at each other like, are people buying these? And then I said, they must be, because there's not 5 options of it. There's 50 options of it. So it must, they're not going to keep creating and making new styles and this and changing the metal kind and bigger. And if people aren't,
they're making it because people are buying it.
They're making
and it's
it.
the first thing you see when you walk into the store.
They have a whole corner.
They have a whole corner.
Royal Bling.
Royal Bling.
It's called Royal Bling.
Y'all.
Right? Where you're in the
and then you sit in the throne, and I'm sure if you go in there and you decide like I'm going to buy a piece of this, that you are treated like royalty.
Absolutely.
I mean, they were kind of salivating when we walk in, just because it's like, are these girls legit? Are they here?
I mean, plus the outfit that you were in, you were giving such wealth.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
You were giving so much wealth with your
my
Chinese,
Asian,
your Chinese website,
my Chinese
outfit.
website dress.
But it's a great dress.
Yes,
it's a great outfit
thank
on
you
you.
so
But
much.
you look stunning in it.
So they thought I was going to buy a Royal Caribbean crest
Or chalice,
to wear and think about, I guess, any old time that I want to reminisce
You
about.
can just look down at that ring and you can say, I had a really good time on Utopia this East.
Did we take any photos? I don't think we did.
I don't think that we took photos.
Maybe you're not supposed to. Maybe we felt.
Yeah, I think it was just for us to take in. And that's the point, is to now tell our podcast what it's like. And we want you to envision it. I'm sure we can look online.
We can look online.
And we can find
But
some
I
of it.
think this is kind of ties into a little bit of what I said, I think on Thursday's episode. I was saying
The cruise culture.
that it's cruise culture. And you could immediately tell, I'd say within 10 minutes, who the cruisers are.
Yeah.
That this is their wheelhouse. This is what they love. And they had special cards, and they had special lanyards, and they have the magnets on the doors, and
Yeah.
they know what they're doing, and it's their 100th cruise.
Yep.
And so I think maybe to commemorate some of their cruises, they're buying diamond jewelry.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
And then game recognizes game.
Yeah.
Cruise recognizes cruise.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe those 100th cruiser people see the other one in her diamond Royal Caribbean crest. And she wants that.
And she wants now.
And she's saying to her husband, she said, you better go buy me a pair of those earrings.
You better go get me the brooch.
Yeah, the brooch.
I want the scarf with the brooch tonight, Todd.
Tonight. Tonight.
By tonight at midnight.
Yeah,
that
I
brooch
better have that.
better be in our room.
That's right.
In our safe.
And I think Todd did it. I think he did. It's wild, though.
It's wild. We said we wish we had known so that we could be looking for it all
Yes.
along on the cruise ship, because I would have been.
It wasn't until the last moment that I even realized it. And it was all because Morgan, of course, had read on the app that Effie, the jewelry place, is giving a free bracelet to each cruiser who comes to get it. And of course, it had just like a little red wine charm on it. So we gave it to Jack.
We gave it to Jackie because her drink of choice on this cruise was red wine.
And always is.
Red wine only.
And always
So
is.
she was delighted by that bracelet.
She was so excited. And I'm sure she was like, Sister Lauren, did you get one too so we can have matching bracelets?
Oh, I wish we had.
I know. But that by the time I took you back, they weren't giving them, remember?
You did ask
I did ask
him.
them again.
I said, could we have one more? And he said, this is for the next cruise.
It's for the next cruise. He said people are getting on the ship at 3 p.m.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was a quick turnaround.
Quick. Yeah. I mean, y'all, it's shocking. And I realize like hotels are doing this all the time. Disney's doing this all the time, right?
Yes.
There are huge resorts. I mean, Atlantis, they're just
Yes.
turning over and over and over and over. But you know in your heart how you feel after 3 days on a cruise, how your body feels and everything. And so you're just like, wait, people are about to come on and do this.
Yeah.
But we were those people 3 days prior.
That's right. And
People were getting off and we were walking on.
God bless the cruising staff. They were amazing.
Yep.
All of
This
those
is
people were so kind,
phenomenal.
so polite. They had the answers to the questions. They were so hardworking. They were doing multiple jobs. We would see the karaoke guy that was doing the party at 11. Yep. Then the next morning was helping people direct them where to get off the boat. Yeah. Right. I mean,
I'm like, when do they sleep?
I don't think they do.
They don't sleep. And we know a little bit from below deck, but that's yachting.
Yeah.
That's yachting. And you are making hand over fist, right? Because you're getting tipped $1,800 for 3 days worth of work. That's a pretty good daily rate. It's a pretty good hourly rate, right? But like these folks, you know that they're just making maybe minimum wage.
Yeah, I do wonder.
I don't know.
If you're a performer, do you make more? I don't know.
Yes. So I sent y'all the link in the private group from the Ariel list that we follow, who talks about what it's like to be a performer on a cruise ship and what that all entails.
Okay.
They were not allowed to share their compensation, but they have full benefits.
Okay.
They live for free on the boat.
So this is like a full-time job for them.
It's an 11-month contract. If you are a
Okay.
performer on a cruise ship, it's an 11-month contract, but you don't have one single day off. No vacation days. And you don't get to go home at all unless it's an absolute emergency. Like if your mother dies and you want to go to the funeral. Yes.
They never get off the ship.
No. Well, you can get off the ship when it docks if there's time to do so. But no, there's no days off, no scheduled days off.
Whoa, for 11 months.
For 11 months.
Wow. These
Yeah.
people busted it, y'all. I mean,
Yeah.
just from seeing that Aqua show and realizing they're doing 2 of those shows a night.
Yep.
Just the physical, what is that? The demand.
The demand on your body.
On their body.
Yeah.
And to be flipping and diving and all the things. And they're doing 2 shows a night, but then they're also doing things on the ship the next day.
Exactly. This is not your only job. No, it's not your only job. It's really, I mean, it's
They could
a hell of a way to see the world.
I know that we have Below Deck, but they could make a show out of that.
I mean,
Cruise, ship, folks, they could make a show out
would
of that.
watch it all day, every day. You
Absolutely.
could just set up a 24-hour cam and I'd probably watch it.
Yes.
But this is, then that means if we're going to produce this, we might have to give up the Greenbrier show. And I don't know what you're wanting to do about that. Is Armstrong Gaines going to be okay with that?
Okay, well, I'm going to see him this weekend.
Oh my God, that's right. You're going to Greenbrier this weekend.
I'm leaving in 3 days to go see Armstrong Gaines.
Oh my God. I bet you're so excited though to go to the Greenbrier.
I am. I'm really excited to show my mom. I think it's just right up her alley.
It is
She's
so far up
going
her
to love
alley.
it. And I've been excited to show Sister Lauren because I kind of said to her, it's sort of like a cruise ship on land.
So much to do.
You don't leave the resort. You stay at the Greenbrier. There's multiple restaurants. There's a casino. There's clubs. Like you just stay there. So I said, we're kind of doing the same thing back to back.
Yeah.
2 weekends in a row.
Yes.
So it's gonna be fun. I'll scope out if it is still good for reality TV.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think there probably is more of an opportunity with the cruisers because there's so many different guests coming. It's turning over every 3 days. You know there's drama between some of the singers and some of the performers and this person, that person. Like you know that drama's there.
Absolutely. I mean, but they're everywhere. So the more hands you have involved, the more places that you're involved, of course, there's got to be drama.
There's gonna be drama. I was kind of thinking, so we went to the All In show where there's, so that was more of a singers and performance and dancing. Great show, great music. But the blonde girl, when she came out for her singing part,
on another level.
I was taken aback. That Mike Pence fly that's in this room right now was buzzing in and out of my mouth.
Yes.
Because she was so good. Were the other 2 girls great singers? Yes.
Yes.
But
nothing like the blonde girl.
the blonde girl.
She's a superstar.
She is a
and
star.
the Asian guy. So there are 3 main guys.
Yeah.
There was an Asian guy. He had the best voice, the most pure, silky, smooth voice. Phenom.
So good.
Then she was the superstar out of the girls. And they knew it. They were the last to exit the stage. Always be paying attention to that, you guys. Okay? Like in some shows, you know who the lead is.
Yeah.
But when it's presented that it's like, here are the 3 girls and they're kind of buddied up with these 3 guys. And then there's all the background ensemble.
Yes, yes.
But notice who walks off the stage last. And the Asian guy and the blonde girl walked off right at the end. And she actually followed him off. So she knows she's the star.
And that's what,
And I need her to know that because she is.
So in my mind, I thought, is there a little,
Of
there
course.
probably is a little bit of tension between some of these singers.
Yes.
And they're all belting it and doing their best, but those 2 other girls, like, they just have to know she wears the crown.
She
Like,
does wear the crown.
The crown is heavy, darling. Leave it where it belongs.
Hey. And not everyone can handle it.
No.
And sometimes you think you want that crown, but maybe you couldn't handle the crown.
That's what I think.
You can't handle the crown. Okay, let me say the list so I can tell you what my second thing is because I told you to write things down. I basically abandoned my notes app.
Now, we do know that we've got to tell the most iconic story.
Yes.
This might be your moment to tell it.
Okay, but
Because it's multi-layered.
it's so multi-layered. It's so multi-layered, you guys.
So we're going to go on a journey.
We are going to go on a journey. So buckle up, maybe go pee.
Yeah.
Press pause, go pee.
Pull
another
over if
pee,
you're dry.
Pull over,
if you're
another
driving.
pee.
Sit down, pull up a chair.
Pull up a chair.
Yeah.
Because we're about to get into probably one of the best stories we're ever going to tell. So as y'all know, and that's saying a lot because there are phenom stories on this podcast. As y'all know, we had our live podcast recording. It was in this one room. The reason why we ended up in that one room you will hear on the WOW Awards.
Yes.
But we're in that room. Things are going along so swimmingly. We are in the groove. We have just gotten into it. We are trucking along.
Oh,
And I get the text, and you heard it on the podcast. I get the text from Morgan, and she's like, "There's a you guy here.
Just so y'all know, y'all are recording, but there is a guy in the corner.
There's a guy in the corner. Have you been able to see him?" And we had not, because the way that there's a pole. Obviously, poles hold up the ship.
Yeah, so the pole is okay.
Structural. Okay. So we don't see him, but after I see the text, I kind of lean back.
Lean back.
Okay, Fat Joe. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh. Hi, sir. What are you doing here?"
Hey.
And you hear the whole exchange on the podcast, right? You hear his name is Jeff. I almost have a conniption because I thought he was going to say Joe.
Thought he was going to say Joe because he went
Would have been crazy.
Jeff.
Because Joe Van Gosbeck, you guy, is you guy.
Yes.
He was the first guy to ever listen.
So for there to be just one random guy,
One
Jeff,
random guy here and
sitting in the room.
Yeah, we were so titillated.
It was
by this.
iconic.
It was iconic. Okay, so we have the whole exchange. Y'all heard the whole thing. He eventually packs up his computer and he goes.
Correct.
We did happen to just start talking about the election and he walked out. I get it. He's in a swing state too, sir. We get it.
He was Ohio. Yes.
We can relate.
Yes.
We've been inundated with the text and the phone calls.
Yes.
The last thing you want to hear on a cruise ship, of course.
Yes. He's like,
it's the word election.
I'm here to escape. Yes.
He's here to escape.
Yes.
Not the escape room, but anyway.
Yes.
So he leaves, and that's the last we think we're going to hear of Jeff.
Yeah.
Until the final night. We go to the karaoke room, the scene of the crime.
Same karaoke room, and it's a game called Finish the Lyric.
And people are going to hear it in the crowd, the beginning of the lyric, and you'll run up to the microphone. The person to run up and sing it is the winner of that specific round.
Yes.
So Kristen runs up there after she hears some song.
Dun, 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 dun. I put a wish in the well,
and ask me, I'll never tell.
I looked to you
and I fell,
and now you're
in my way.
So we all know this. Call Me Maybe,
Yeah.
Kelly Rae Jepsen.
Before she gets there, when all 20 plus of us are standing in this tiny room, someone says, "I think that's Jeff."
Right there in the middle of the crowd.
In the middle of the crowd.
There's
I think
Jeff.
that's Jeff.
And we all look and we're like, it is
all look
Jeff.
and we're like, "Oh my God, that is Jeff." Jeff, who we haven't seen since the recording.
No.
Because here's the funny thing about cruising, you guys, is this ship has 7,000 people and you will run into the same 10.
Yes.
All right. You will see the same 10.
Yes.
But we had not seen Jeff again.
No.
Until this moment, we look over and they go, "I think that's Jeff."
It's
and
Jeff.
I go, "Oh, that is Jeff."
It's crazy.
But what are we going to do? It's crazy in there. It's loud. It's busy.
He's right in the middle of the
He's
crowd.
smack
too.
dab in the middle, sitting in
Yeah.
a seat. We're not going to be like, "Yeah," it's too chaotic in there. But Chrissy T,
But I put that little factoid in my brain.
she did. She puts it in her brain, so she gets the microphone.
And here comes the chorus.
Here comes the chorus.
Hey,
And she-
I just met you, Jeff. And this is crazy.
Here's my number. Call me maybe Jeff.
And I
And
pointed. I pointed
she
at Jeff.
points and she goes, "Jeff, hey, I just met you, Jeff." And we all go, "Jeff!" Woo! We're all like, "Hey, Jeff." Jeff?
Tell me what Jeff did because I couldn't see from the stage.
No, you can't. The lights are too bright.
The lights were bright.
Jeff
What
is
did
going
Jeff
like this.
I pointed right at him.
He is looking left and right, pretending that his name is not Jeff, that this gorgeous redhead in a leotard and see-through skirt cannot possibly be talking to him. There must be another Jeff she is pointing to from the stage saying, "I just met you. This is crazy. Here's my number. Call me baby." And I'm watching all of it and I'm like, "Oh no, he is not pretending that he does not know Kristen Broles-Timmerman."
I mean,
Is it Broles?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was shrinking down,
He was looking left,
looking right.
looking right. People were going, "Are you Jeff?"
And then, so y'all, I finished the song, and then the MC guy is like, "Tell me about Jeff. Who is Jeff?"
He goes, "That was great. You got the lyric correct.
yeah.
The only thing I have to ask is, who's Jeff?"
And I was like, "Jeff, my new friend."
You said Jeff. Jeff is still like,
"Not me, not me."
because what we find out later.
Okay,
so
so
he sits there. He pretends like he doesn't know us. We are all like, "Jeff, didn't you love Kristen's song?" has to stay up on stage.
Yeah. But eventually I come off the stage.
Eventually she comes off the stage and Kristen is standing near me and I'm just like, oh my God, you did so good.
Yeah. And pretty quickly, once I came off the stage,
a woman walks up to us. A woman walks up to us and she goes, she goes, hi, do you girls host a podcast? And we're like, oh my God, yes, we're all that to say. I'm sure you've heard about us on the boat somehow.
like, oh my gosh, did someone tell you about our podcast?
Just us? Like, I thought it was the random girls who joined who came into the room later on. You know, the one who said that she'd be a swinger, she'd be into it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, are you friends with the swinger? Anyway, the swinger wannabe. She's like, no, I'm Jeff's wife.
Oh boy.
And he had told me that he had come to do some office work in the karaoke room and stumbled into your podcast. And did y'all do like a whole funny thing with him? And we're like, yeah,
we did.
We have a whole bit.
We did. So everything we were saying was exactly what happened. And what we soon realized is that she came over to make sure Jeff's story matched our story. She was not feeding us information.
No.
The only thing she said was, do you have a podcast?
We have a podcast.
So she wanted to know, okay, let's get their version.
So what comes to find out, so we have this conversation with her. We say, yes, we have a podcast. This is our whole crew who's here.
Yes. And I said, next Tuesday, if you want to listen, you will hear us talk to Jeff on the mic.
You will hear us to have our whole bit with Jeff on the mic. Okay, great. Well, what's it called?
Yeah.
All that to say.
Yeah.
Well, if you go get your phone, we can show you how to download it. I don't have a phone. Now, I don't know if that meant it's at the table or just doesn't have a phone in general.
Yes, but she did say.
Either way, she just said all that to say. And as she was walking back to her seat to sit down next to Jeff, her husband, she was like, all that to say, all that to say, all that to say.
Yeah.
And she did not want to forget it.
She didn't want to forget.
Okay. So after the fact, after we all exit out of the karaoke room, we see Jeff about to walk by with her. And we're like, Jeff! Can we get a picture with you?
We said they're going to want receipts,
They're going to want it.
They're going to want it.
Yes, of course. So can we get a picture with you? And he's like, yeah, okay. And as he comes over, I said, Jeff, why'd you deny knowing us? You acted like, I'm not Jeff.
Yeah,
you
Jeff.
were turning your head. He goes, because my wife was asking me,
how do you know her?
Why does that girl know your name on stage? So I was just trying to save my marriage, basically. Can you even believe that Kristen, of all the songs she could have sang, of all the lyrics she could have finished, of all the times that she decided to shout out a man's name, she about got Jeff divorced.
I did.
She about did.
And I didn't even, not any part of me was like, I'm going to stir up some trouble.
Of course not. Oh my God. It was so innocent, but it was perfect.
It was so perfect.
It was so perfect.
Hey, I just met you, Jeff. It was
and this is crazy. Here's my number. Call me maybe. And his wife is like, who?
Yeah. Who's that?
Who is that? Why does she know your name? Because if we had been in a podcast, if we had been something,
yes,
then I'm sure Jeff could have been like, that. This is the same girl I told you about when I came back to the room, remember? And I wasn't part of this podcast thing.
But when I tell you the time in between me saying Jeff and me coming off the stage was about 20 minutes.
So he was sitting there being probably grilled.
He was being grilled for 20 minutes by the wife
about what is happening right now.
And I'm sure
and why does this girl know
what's coming out of her ears watching me be like a giggling idiot on the stage, just like songs,
and then all of us girls going like,
Jeff.
That's Kristen's Jeff. Ooh, Jeff, remember her?
Oh my gosh. So y'all, we say, can we get a picture? He comes over. And he was physically shaking.
Yep.
And the picture, y'all, I cannot wait to show you.
We're like draped all over him. His arms are in front of him, crisscrossed, like right in front of him. Like this man,
he's folded up.
He is not putting his arms around. He is not behind. No, he's like this.
Because the wife was watching us take the picture.
Absolutely, she was. I wish that we had gotten her in a picture.
We should have.
Now, I do have a little video because after Kristen did this funny thing, I was like, oh, I need to get a video of Jeff for the receipts.
In the crowd.
In case we never see him again.
Yeah. Nope. we saw him again. We met his wife. We had a conversation. We
whole thing.
corroborated his story.
I said, this is going to be such a funny story. Isn't this such a funny story? Isn't this such a funny story? And she's like, yeah, it's so funny. No, she ended up, after all is like, oh, no, this is exactly what happened. And it's, oh, this is just so funny,
No,
like
actually,
so ironic.
You could feel the temperature change in her.
Yeah.
When we said, what we said matched what he said,
Yeah.
her guard came down.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. I want to listen to it.
Yeah. All right. I'll download it. Haha. That's funny.
But can y'all imagine? Can you imagine being the wife? Like, I put myself in her shoes and was like, yeah, we're on a huge cruise ship with all these beautiful people. This gorgeous, stunning. You are one of the most beautiful people in the world.
Stop.
To say my husband's name
my
from a
gosh.
stage, hey, I just met you. This is crazy.
Call me maybe.
Here's my number. Call me maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah. I bet I would be looking like, huh?
Yeah. And I would say Jeff was what? In his 50s.
Yeah, probably.
Wife was in her 50s.
Yeah.
Like somewhere in there. I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think of myself, let's say myself in my 50s. I'm with Matt. We're on a cruise together. And then a younger woman
Yeah.
calls out, Matt.
Uh-huh.
I do think
I think we'd be
having a conversation.
Your head would be tilted.
Yeah. It'd be a 90-degree tilt.
As much as you possibly could.
Yeah.
You would be so pursed.
Yeah.
And your nails would be pinching.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, why does she know your name?
Yeah.
Why is that girl screaming, Matt?
Yeah.
That wouldn't go over
It
well.
wouldn't go over well.
So we get it.
But
we
good
get it,
on
wife.
that wife. She, as soon as I came off the stage, she immediately stood up. In the middle of the whole production, she immediately stood up and came over to us.
Uh-huh.
I'm so glad we were standing side by side.
Same.
Because, we weren't side by side this whole trip.
No, I know.
Like,
no,
I could have gone over to the bar or something, but we happened to just be standing right there
next to each
together.
other. It was like the only time that we stood next to each
So
other.
y'all, this picture, you will see that Jeff
so
is
good.
very clammed up. He is very folded in, and
Yep.
we're just smiling and we're happy. But
Yeah, I'm like-
what a moment.
Here's our Jeff.
What a moment.
It was amazing. It is such a great story. It is so freaking funny. Just to all the layers, all the separate conversations that are happening about it. And it couldn't be more innocent.
I know.
It couldn't be more innocent. There couldn't have been actually more people there to witness a funny thing. But if you are the one unaware person, which was the wife, I can see exactly what was going through her brain.
Yes.
And even though she was like, obviously had come back and been like, you won't believe it. I just got sucked into this podcast recording.
Yes.
He had already told her that because she knew.
Yes.
Yes. It still probably was weird because he didn't know our names. He didn't know he probably didn't relate to her like what we even look like or anything like that. So it was all so funny, so innocent, but obviously can put ourselves in the shoes and see why that head tilt was happening.
But you know what? We found out after the fact, or maybe some of y'all knew during, but I didn't. So on my team, on stage, one of my teammates is an American Idol contestant.
Oh yes. What was his name?
I think I actually followed him on our All That to Say
Jordan
page.
Rain or something.
Jordan, I think you're right. It's
Jordan maybe is the first name, and
but he was a little harder to recognize because he had his hair in braids.
Looked great.
It looked really good. But typically on his social media, he has long hair.
Yeah.
But y'all, it all made sense because after the fact, I'm like, he's like a professional singer. Why
Phenomenal
is this guy
singer.
so good?
yeah, he was really good. But there's a lot of people like that on a cruise ship. I think almost looking to not be discovered, but they are such great singers, so they go to all the singing competitions on the boat,
And the
they
girl-
get that craving that they want on stage.
The girl that won it, I had a feeling from the jump that she was going to win it. She
Yeah.
knew a lot of the songs. She had a
Yeah.
great voice. She was aggressive in getting the mic.
Uh-huh.
I kind of knew. I'm like,
She was also in our 2 nights before that. She was in that music hall room with us.
She was?
Yeah. Mhm.
Ooh.
She's going around to all the singing ones.
She likes the singing ones.
Yes.
Well, she has a great voice. She should be singing.
Yeah.
His name is Jordan Blue.
Jordan Blue, I knew it was 4 letters.
So if y'all want to look on Instagram, you can
Yeah.
see it's JOUR and then Blue, BLUE. And you can see him. So what's interesting is he was on American Idol and I guess I don't know how far along, but then now he sings and does stuff on TikTok and that's how he makes money is he gets all the views on TikTok.
He's in the creator program.
He's in the creator program.
Man, we could have asked him some
And
questions.
so that paid for his cruise, I guess.
Probably, yeah. Or it's a write-off still.
It's a
Because it just creates content. Everything's content.
It was a write-off.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, he was great.
We're doing it wrong.
That's
all I can
we're
say.
doing everything wrong.
Yeah, we're doing it wrong.
We have figured that out as time has gone on.
Yeah.
Every single day, actually, I realize all the things we do wrong.
Yeah, we're just doing it wrong. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun for us. But the cruise was fun.
The cruise was great.
So that's our 2 and 2. We still have more.
We do still have more. Shout out to the ladies in our group that gambled and won big. We didn't share that yet.
Wow.
Y'all,
so many girls won huge amounts of money.
I mean, we're talking like in
thousands.
the thousands, y'all. We had girls winning lots of coins. And so shout out to Royal Caribbean.
For being a winning boat.
Yes, for letting people win. I
Yes.
just feel like you go to Vegas, you go to casinos, and like the house is going to win usually.
Mm-hmm.
Man, while we were standing in there, somebody won $19,000.
$19,000. Not in our group, but just standing near the slot machines.
Yeah.
It's like 19.
Like crazy.
Now,
So I think
not for
that's pretty
us,
cool. No.
because we're losers, as we said. We're doing everything wrong, and we're losers. So
We each lost $20.
$20 in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, we each lost $20 in 4 minutes. So that was not
sucks.
great.
Yeah, not great.
But I just thought that
But everybody else was
awesome.
winning big. Jessica won big. My sister won
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Mom did. Brandy
Brandy.
did. Rachel did.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had some girls who were winning big time because they sat down at a blackjack table with a guy who knows exactly what he's doing. I think he won 12,000 that night.
Yeah, and
So-
he was super helpful, like telling
Teaching
them,
them.
yeah, when to hit, when to stay.
Yeah, he was teaching the table. Jackie ended up running into one of the guys who sat at their table, not that guy, but one of the ones who was kind of learning, and he ended up winning a couple grand too, and told us the next morning at breakfast. Yeah, his wife didn't look pleased with that conversation either.
No, she didn't. There were some not pleased wives.
I mean, I guess now for her, I'd at least understand because they had brought their kids and everything, and so
Yeah.
maybe he was out gambling all night in the casino, tired, didn't want to help.
He was being pretty chatty with Jackie.
Sure was, yeah, but they more so in like the this was like lightning in a bottle kind of moments where we
Yeah.
all just sat at the same table with the same guy who could teach us everything, and we're just winning big money.
Yeah.
Good for them. Couldn't be us.
I love Jackie. She kept her winnings every time. She's like, I'm going to go put it in my safe.
Yep,
It's in
Put
the safe. Don't worry. I've got
It's
it in the safe.
She's got lots of cash in that safe. It's like she was marveled by a safe.
She was.
Yeah.
It was kind of giving pirate, like a chest.
Yeah, chest
It was
of
giving
of
a chest.
goods.
And in that way, I understand.
Of course.
I understand.
Of course you do.
All right, you guys. So look out for Thursday. We're going to have some more cruise content, maybe a little
our
more
wow words.
some wows, wowzers.
Because there are several worst of the worst. We had plenty of that. We had plenty of fun, plenty of good, but we definitely had some worst of the worst.
I think
and we'll be sharing them with you.
Everything is a teachable moment. We've told y'all this.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
So to be continued. Bye.